Hey guys, today we're going to be making a fish stew or a seafood stew. It's going to be Italian Zuppa Di Pesce. This is just all kinds of inexpensive ingredients that you can make up this delicious Italian stew or Italian soup. So follow along, we're going to put it together. Okay, as always, I'm going to show you the ingredients for our Zuppa Di Pesce. It's an Italian fish soup or fish stew. We're going to be using parsley flakes, oregano leaves, cilantro, Italian seasons, chopped chives, some Old Bay season. That's always great in seafood. Got some tiny shrimp. We're going to be using some spicy hot V8 juice for some liquid. We're going to be using mackerel. This is really good. I just started using mackerel. We get it for $1 down at the dollar store. This is really good fish. It gets passed up, I think. Chicken broth and some tomato paste. We've got some chopped celery and some chopped onions. So we're going to put this together, but this is our ingredients for our Italian soup. All right, first thing I wanted to show you guys, on your mackerel, this has bones in it. And what you want to do is take the bones out. So what I'm doing here is I'm pouring all the juice off it because we're going to use this in our soup for flavor. I want to throw out all that good soup flavor there, so we're draining that down in here, and then we're going to take and lay out our mackerel on a plate here. And what we want to do is we want to remove the bones. There you go, there's the mackerel. So this is kind of like if you get for other fish that has bones in it. But if you split this open here, see this rack of bones? Kind of like tuna. You know, you'll get a roll of bones in tuna. And so what you want to do is you want to remove those bones. Okay, we got a nice sized pot here. And the first thing we want to do is we're going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to add that to the bottom and get it warmed up, because what we're going to do here is we've got our onions and our celery. We're going to saute that down in that olive oil and to get them kind of translucent. Hey guys, I also decided, I forgot I was going to tell you, I was going to put some kipper snacks in these. These are really nice. They have a nice smoky taste to them. And again, I got these at the dollar store, where you can get a pack for $1 on it. So as you can see, this soup is really going to be fairly inexpensive to make. Okay, we've got our pot up to heat. We're going to take the celery and the onions, and we're going to put them in here. Taking that down just a little bit. We're going to start sauteing this down so we can get our celery and onions nice and translucent. Alright, our onions and our celery have sauteed down nicely. Next thing we're going to do, we got this is a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. I'm going to add that tomato paste here, and what I want to do is just kind of work that tomato paste in amongst the onions and celery there, and kind of saute them together just a little bit here. Now what I'm going to do here is add some garlic to it. Now we're using just the minced garlic in the can. I don't saute the garlic because if the garlic burns, it'll get kind of bitter. So I add the garlic maybe a little bit later. Now I add quite a bit of garlic because I love garlic. You can adjust that however you may like. We got a nice little paste going on there. We're basically just kind of cooking this paste down. You see it on the bottom where it's just starting to get it. We don't want it to burn, but we want just a little bit of that nice little stuff on the bottom. Just kind of get a glaze like going on. So then after we get this done here, what I'm going to do here is sometimes your You don't get all the tomato paste out. So I added I'm gonna be using chicken broth. So I add a little chicken broth here to my can here, so I can kind of rinse all the goodies of the tomato paste out. We're going to dump that in there along with our can of chicken broth. This is like a 14.5 ounce can of chicken broth. We're going to add that whole can in there, and this will begin to deglaze the pan after I sauteed down and got that nice little tomato paste on the bottom starting to thick up there. So I'll deglaze that now. Now here's the point where I start adding my seasonings. But we're going to start out, we've got some chopped chives. I don't measure. I'm going to say a couple teaspoons of chives. Of course, Italian, Zuppa Di Pesce. It's a Italian, so we're going to put in some Italian seasonings. Again, a couple teaspoons of Italian seasonings. A little bit of cilantro. Just about a couple teaspoons of each will work out. A little bit of parsley flakes. Need to take the lid off this, it never comes out good. So, parsley flakes, and then of course, put anything Italian without oregano. So, and a little oregano to it. And then, as seafood goes, Old Bay, you just got to have Old Bay in it. So we're going to add a nice liberal amount of Old Bay to it. This will add a little spice to it. I'm going to say probably maybe close to a tablespoon and a half of Old Bay. We're going to start melding all these spices and flavors. You can already smell it. I'm going to simmer them together for a bit here and let those spices get together and marry up with each other. Alright, so we're going to let that cook just for a few minutes, let it simmer down just a little bit. Alright, so we have this is the broth we pulled off of our mackerel. So we're going to add that into there right now. And then also we want to we have these little baby shrimp. And I'm going to add the broth to the baby shrimp to it. I'm not going to put the shrimp in yet. You don't want them in right away because shrimp can get tough if they get overcooked. So we're going to put those into towards the end. See what kind of consistency we have here. Okay, we've cooked our broth down just a little bit here. Now we're going to add our fish. This is our mackerel and our kipper snacks, which will add a little smokiness to it. So we're going to add the fish into it. Looks good already, smells delicious. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of spicy V8 just to give a little bit more spice and a little bit more liquid to it here. So we're going to probably add maybe a cup and a half of spicy V8. I'll let that heat up a little bit and just kind of simmer it down for a while. And then the last thing to add will be our little shrimps. We just want them to kind of warm up because you don't, like I said, again, shrimp will get tough. So you don't want to just overcook your shrimp. Okay guys, there's our Zuppa Di Pesce. It's boiling down. The only thing we got left here, we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp into it. We've been simmering it down for, maybe 5-6 minutes. Not a real long time. So we've got these just plain tiny shrimp in the can. So we're going to add these shrimp to it. And then we're going to just continue to cook it up just long enough that the shrimp gets warm, which isn't very long. Zuppa means soup. Di Pesce means Italian fish soup. It means fish soup. So we thought we'd make our version of it. I looked this up, and there's several versions of this soup. But this has happened to be an inexpensive one because a lot of these ingredients came from the dollar store, and they were very cheap to purchase. I made another version, just a soup. I didn't have all these ingredients before with the mackerel, and man, it was really good. So I thought, hey, you know, mackerel's great to make soups with. I think it's maybe a bypassed product there, but it's really good. So this is our Zuppa Di Pesce. We're gonna get ready here to spoon some of this out. Look at that, doesn't that look delicious? Put that in a get ourselves a nice little bowl full. It's gonna be nice and hot at first here, so we'll have to let it cool down a little bit. There she is, Zuppa Di Pesce. It's you can call it a fish stew or a fish soup. It's an Italian fish soup. So we're gonna give this a try. There's Zuppa Di Pesce. We're gonna give this a try here. It's gonna be kind of hot, but we're gonna give it a taste here. Oh my, full body. Got some spice to it with the Old Bay seasonings, and also the spicy V8. So it's a spicy thing. Now you could tone that down if you wanted, but I find it's really good. So there you guys go. Zuppa Di Pesce, an Italian stew or Italian fish soup. And guys, I hope you enjoyed following along and making Zuppa Di Pesce. It's an Italian fish soup or fish stew. It's really good. Give this a shot. The ingredients is in the beginning there. I showed you all everything to put into it. So if you just kind of follow along, you can play the video as you make it. So hey, if you guys enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, leave it in the comments section below. And if you're not a subscriber, I invite you to hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you guys the next time. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support our channel, we have links down below that you can click on. We're an Amazon affiliate. We have stickers available. We have a t-shirt store where you can buy t-shirts and coffee chat mugs. Or if you just want to support us, you can support us through the PayPal link. So we appreciate all your help. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.